going on, guys? Manny here and welcome back to Sunday League with Under the Radar FC. Last week we didn't have a game on, obviously we had a break due to the Christmas period, which I explained in the last video. But today we are back with a match and I know you guys hate when you miss out on the matches. Last time we did play, it ended up being a friendly in which we won 11-0. The unfortunate thing with that game though was the other team obviously already had the points, so we lost out and that was our second loss in the league. Whilst we are on the topic of losses, last time we played this team, which is Bayswater FC, we lost 2-0 and that was our first loss in the league. So obviously we're out today to seek revenge and see if we can get one up on them, but this time it's in the cup, so we're still yet to play them again in the league. Today we have a cup game. So yeah, let's check out the UTR gang, do the lineup and head straight into the game. This week to start us off we have Abzino, who says, what a wonderful team to watch playing. Under the Radar FC, lots of love from Scotland. I think you can take on maybe a Rebel. Who knows, we might take on Rebel soon, but right now we have to get ourselves in order. Ryan Dover's catching up on UTR before a match from Manchester. Big up Ryan. I mean, I think that game was quite a while ago, so you have quite a few games to go. Then we got Keris, I hope I said your name right, who's spending the morning right, watching from southwest England. Joseph decided to spend his Monday watching UTR. He's watching from Tilbury in Essex. Love that, Joseph. And then finally we have Abdullah, who's watching from Pakistan. He says lots of love. Very good game for us. I love the way he said us as well, but still thinking about the 3 points taken away from us. And Martha on the sidelines apparently has killed him. Yeah, Martha on the sidelines is absolutely something else. Non-stop shouting all the time. Anyway, now time for the lineup. So in goal today, we start with Lewis, who's returning. Right back, we've got Bradley. First centre back today is Carell. Then we've got Reggie playing next to him. Left back, we've got Jamil. We've gone back to a 3 across the middle, which consists of myself, Tolu, and Kane. Then out wide on the right, we have Jed. On the left, we've got Temi. And up front to finish off, we have Thomas. On the bench, we have Sam, Luke, Lewis, and Toby. For those of you asking about the whereabouts of Simon and JJ, for one, Simon is very, very busy. So even up till now, the games that he's played, I've been surprised that he's been able to make that many. But yeah, he's very busy at the moment, so he hasn't been able to make it. And JJ is injured. JJ pulled something or did something when running from a train. That's what I heard. So he said he was out till Feb. But yeah, we might not see them for a couple of weeks. So anyway, we're here, back on the pitch where we've lost 2-0. We're looking to get our revenge. Will we be able to do that today? Let's find out. Ref blows his whistle. Thomas kicks us off. My touch has already gone wayward as it's bobbled under my feet. And here we go. Bradley's going to go with the first attack of the game. What can he do? Goes for a line ball to Thomas. Is cut out by the defender. And they're able to just sweep things up. We're not even a minute into the game, but we've already got the first issue. And that is their match ball was actually flat. It wasn't pumped up enough. And yeah, all the ones they were pumping as well kept on going flat. So as a result, we've had to use one of our match balls instead. I mean, from looking at the pitch, you can tell already what kind of game it's going to be. It's going to be a scrappy one, a battle, and only the ones who put their hearts on their sleeve will come out on top. As Jamil puts in a nice tackle there, Jed pops into Thomas, Thomas back to Jamil, and it's flicked through the gap there, but Bayswater again sweep things up nicely. The ball's mid-flight, it's in the air, Tolu's jumping with their number 10, wins the header, it drops down to the 16, Reggie comes across, kind of swings a leg at it, and it's kind of pinballing around the pitch as Temi sets it back to Tolu. He plays one over the top, Thomas is watching the line, keeper comes racing out, just about beats Thomas there, and it will go out for a throw. That throw then goes into Kane from Temi. Temi gets it back and then he sees that I'm in there. 16 puts a challenge. I knock it back out to Kane and continue my run forward. Kane up against the 16, tries to get past there, but he's stopped in the tracks by the 2. And yet again, Bayswater can bring the ball away. The ball's come down on the right to Bradley. Takes a touch with the left foot, takes it past the number 9 with the left foot nicely. Jed drops out wide. Bradley uses him as a decoy temporarily. Plays it back out to Jed. He crosses it into the box. Number 5 stops it though, and then they can once more just clear it away. So they're sweeping up everything we're doing right now. Still though, we're going to try and put them under pressure as the number 9 wins the first flick on there. 16 tries to take it down. I flick it back over in the corner towards Thomas. What can Thomas do? He's got an option of Jed down the line, decides to use Bradley instead, who's arriving late on the scene. He's then closed down by 2 players from Bayswater, but he gets away from the number 3. He puts the ball into the box, but once again they get their head to it. So from what we can see so far, defensively they're actually quite solid. Like, they know what they're doing, they win their headers, the first balls, and they get into it. But this time, an unfortunate bounce has given away a free kick with the hand of the number 3. Last time he took a free kick he scored, but this time it's not the greatest of efforts, bounces, but the keeper's able to deal with it. Bayswater have just taken a long goal kick with their goalkeeper. It's dropped down to the 23, I think. He's taken it away from Tolu a bit there. Kane comes in with a tackle. The referee's given the free kick. That free kick is then to be taken by the number 12 who tries to switch the play. Who's it going to this time? Bradley gets his head first to it and goes out for a throw. So far in this game, they haven't really shown us much, but this time number 23 has it. He plays a little clever pass into the 10 who just sort of flicks at it. Then Reggie slices clearance. They're still on the attack moments later as the 12 nods this down, but only as far as Tolu, who smacks it clear with his weaker foot. And then Thomas is jumping with the 5. 5 wins the header, it hits off Thomas's head. 15 comes across to sort it, comes down to me, and then here I am just rushing my pass, so we've lost it there, but only for a moment. As Jamil is then able to sweep possession up for us, and we still have an opportunity to get forward. I try and play a ball through the gap for Thomas, the bubble's beating him, and the goalkeeper comes rushing out, beats him to the ball as well, and number 16 tries to control it this time, but Tolu's come rushing across and sweeps it up for us. Then he's got Bradley to his right. What can Bradley do? You know he's got the pace on these guys all day long. Number 23 and Bradley actually do play for the same Saturday team, which is interesting as well, as this time Bradley sets it back to me. Bobble bounces up off against my left foot. Late challenge from the 16, referee doesn't see it. It's into the box, no one really challenging, and I don't know, for some reason, when it goes in the box, we don't really attack the ball. It happens all so often as Temi's cross is stopped and cleared away by the 12. We're coming back at Bayswater though. Jamil plays it into Kane. Kane takes it on the turn and he's got Jamil making the overlap. The pass is not quite into the path where Jamil needs it though, and they're able to deal with it once more. It's a long ball again. Tolu gets his head to it against the number 16. Very big, strong and physical. In the middle is Tolu as number 3 comes across to try and win possession, but it's good pressing here from Tolu and Jed to get them to make a mistake as they do that with the number 16's pass to the 12. Temi plays a pass looking through for Thomas. Number 5's on his bottom. Thomas is going through towards goal up against the number 2 and he doesn't get his shot right in the end. The connection isn't quite there and he sliced it way wide of the target. A minute or so later, we have a corner. It's taken from the right hand side by Jed. Kane goes for a flick. 16 clears it only as far as the 23. Takes a decent touch on his chest. It's into the 10 and it's under him, so they can't make anything of that. Then Bradley gets the ball, switches it, looks and sees Reggie on the far side. Reggie then tries to play a pass into me. Number 16 is straight on my touch there, a loose one as well, but I'm back in the mix, trying to make a battle there of it. I'm being pulled back and we do win a free kick. I then go to take the free kick that I've won. I step up to take it, but I get nothing but height on it and it goes straight over the bar. It's up in the air again and another aerial challenge for Tolu to contest, and he's done that just well as it gets down to Reggie, who sliced his clearance. Number 9 flicks it through the gap and Corral goes diving in on the number 16. It's a poor challenge and we've given away a sloppy free kick. Number 5 for Bayswater, just in front of the centre circle, plays one into the box. 12 gets his head to it, but it's easy pickings for Lewis. And then I've made a forward run here. Number 15 is trying to stop Lewis from getting the kick out on time. He does eventually get it forward to myself. We've got something on here maybe. I'm jumping there to beat the number 8 there, captain. I'm trying to get across and the number 3's come to shield it. I think it touched his knee as well. I didn't see that initially. On pitches like this, the worst thing you can have is a bouncing ball, and Jamil's allowed that to bounce, not quite dealt with it. 23 comes across, clever little bit of play. Number 9 plays it into the 10. 10 gets a pass through the gap. 23's got an opportunity for a shot, swipes at it with the left, but it's wide of the right post. Not bad play from Bayswater there, to be fair. At this point, I'd say we're still kind of in control of the game, but we're starting to see little glimpses of Bayswater and what they can offer, as this time Kane's pass into Temi is deflected and it goes behind for a corner. That corner to be taken in swinging by Kane, and it goes to the front post, beaten away by the 16 at the first time of asking, as Jed nods it back towards Bayswater's goal. It's cleared away by the 10, dropped down to the 9. 23 tries to get across. I beat him in the duel there. I kind of sliced my clearance though into the air, and it creates another bouncing ball situation. 4 guys going for the ball there. Number 23 flicks it around the corner, but he's just only going to give that to Bradley. A free kick to be taken by Bayswater from just inside their half. Lewis claims it quite nicely though. He then goes for the option of a long, high drop kick. It's a decent one as well, but once again, we're not really contesting as they win the first ball. We've got a throw from that anyway, and Bradley throws it in, looking for Tolu, who lets it run across his body, takes it away from the number 12. Number 12's clipped in there, goes to the ground, and we get a free kick. We've got plenty of numbers in the box. I'm standing over the free kick, go to take it, spin it into Jed, and Jed's got his header all wrong. He goes across the box, but it doesn't matter anyway because he's been deemed offside, which absolutely was not the case, I'll tell you that for free. Number 5 for Bayswater then to bring the ball over the halfway line. He spots a forward pass looking for the number 15. It's bounced over Jed's foot, but he gets back in there and makes a challenge and clears it further up the pitch for the number 5 to collect again and flick it around the corner to the 16, who flicks it over the top looking for the number 2, but Temi's in a foot race with him and he gets there first. Number 2's committed the foul. Now you see why this clip's in here in a few moments, but here, obviously the first contact on Temi was just on the halfway line. Kane's pulled the ball too far forward. The referee tells him to take it back into our half. Cool. I'll get back to that in a moment. Anyway, Kane's take this free kick just inside our half. He clips it forward once again. They're first to the ball. Anything that was in and around their box, they were first to it. I don't know why. They're trying to come forward down the left-hand side. Jed's up against the three. Three's clipped his heels but continues running. Referee sees nothing wrong with it as he plays it into the 23 down this left. And he tries to get it forward. Corral's cut it out. Goes to Tolu. He's let run. Runs into the 16. Drops to the 10. Tolu goes into him. 16 continues playing. It goes back into the 12. He tries to take a few touches. Audacious effort. And it's gone way wide. Kane's got the ball again. This time it's a decent ball in behind the defence and it looks like it's going to run out of play, but Jed does well to keep it in, keeps play alive, and then he's able to set it back to the edge of the box where it goes back to Kane. Gets stuck under his feet though. He gets tackled by the 16 and they try and bring it away. It falls out though, only as far as Reggie, who goes in a 50-50, and he's not pulling out that one against number 23, but it breaks for Bayswater again. And it's a challenge from Tolu there, a scissor challenge, and it's not the greatest of tackles. Although he did get some of the ball, the way he went in was fairly dangerous. That free kick goes towards the box, but up here is Reggie, who's won quite a few headers so far defensively. We're trying to put them under pressure there. Number 8 gets it through the gap. I go to close down to 16. He gets a lucky bounce and a challenge there from the number 10 is deemed as high foot, and we get the free kick. Lewis to take that free kick inside our half towards their box again, and they win the first ball to it. Drops down to Kane, tries to play one through, looking for Jed. 15's put it behind for a corner. Jed goes to take the corner from the left. It's in swinging towards the back post, and Tolu's arriving late, but he's missed it. Couldn't connect, and it's a big opportunity wasted there. It's kind of scrappy in the middle at the moment as Corral goes to ground. 10's uses his body really well to shield it. 16 tries to play a pass through there, doesn't get through. I've put in a tackle on him, goes back to Corral. He plays it into Kane, and he's got one in the back, so we get the free kick. Another opportunity for Lewis to launch it forward with that kick, and it's a high one again. Number 2 wins the first header and it goes out for a throw-in. Our attack's just broken down, and Bayswater have an opportunity to show what they can do going forward with the 23 skipping away from Corral. Tolu goes in there, challenging, wins the first tackle, and Reggie absolutely flings him off the ball. They call him for a free kick, but referee sees absolutely nothing wrong with that. As Reggie goes to play this ball down the line, it's a forward one, looking for Thomas, and it's cut out by the number 2. It's lost in the mix again. This time it comes out to me. I play it out wide to the left to Temi. He plays it on to Kane. What can Kane do? He's up against the number 2, tries to cut inside 16 with a good recovering tackle to get across and help his teammate. Comes back to me again from the number 2's clearance. I then play it inside to Temi. It's bobbled quite a bit. Number 12 comes across to try and tackle him. Comes out to Thomas now. He gets a bit lucky with that pass. It goes to Bradley. Bradley takes a touch, plays one back in towards the box. Jed and Thomas in the middle, but Thomas, I don't know how. Somehow he's not connected with it, and it's another big opportunity missed. I think maybe he might have lost his footing as he's gone up for the ball, but a very, very big opportunity once again, and it's still 0-0. Like I said though, guys, we're winning a lot of our battles in the air when it came to our side. We just weren't doing it up the other end, as this time Reggie's one here as it goes into Jed, and he plays it out wide to Temi. Up against number 2, it's a good crunching challenge, and it's out for a throw-in. He gave it to us. I think it might have been theirs. Jamil goes over to take that. It goes into Tolu. Number 8 closes him down quickly. Tolu beats the number 8, plays it into the feet of Thomas. Number 16 cuts it out, and they get a free kick. But the reason why I mentioned this thing before is because they continued with play. It wasn't from the spot where it was supposed to be taken from, and what the referee did say to me is he couldn't stop it for that every time, which is exactly what he did for us before. That's the only reason I'm showing it. Anyway, play continues. It's rolling out wide to Bradley, and he's spun away from the number 3 very nicely. Can he get a touch and get into the box? The number 3 comes across and commits a foul. Free kick. That free kick then to be taken by myself from the right hand side in towards the box is headed away straight away by the number 16, and it comes back out to Jed. Jed gets the ball back in towards the box. It bobbles under the feet of Kane, and the number 5 sweeps up. Again, it's out of play. Bradley goes to take this throw, and then it's a high one into the box. Tolu's jumping there with their defenders, hits off the 15, drops down to Temi, can't get out his feet though. It falls back into the box towards Jed, and he's lifted it over the bar. So a big opportunity once again wasted, and like I said, there haven't been too many, but when there has been, it's been us, and we've been wasting them. At the moment then, it's looking like one of those games where if we don't take our chances, we will get punished, and the number 10's played it through for the 15. A few of us are chasing back here, goes across the box, and Jamil's the first one to clear it. It drops out only as far as the number 16. He tries to take it forward in between Kane, then Jed picks it up, and now it looks like we might break. UTR on the counter attack. Jed plays it down the line for Thomas. Number 3 is chasing back. Thomas gets there ahead of the number 3. He doesn't really secure the ball well enough though, and we do give away a throw-in. Actually, when you look back at that, I think the number 3 got the last touch, but the decision was given the other way, and that's that. Number 15 for Bayswater has the ball, plays it in towards the 10, it flicks up in the air. Corral's challenging there with the number 9 and 16, drops to the number 9, his shot's a bit tame, and Lewis can just gather that. It's then knocked up the pitch for Jed to control. He takes that nicely down on his chest, tries to get under control again, flicks it in towards Thomas. It's gone behind him though, and he commits a foul. Number 10 for Bayswater, who's a bit of a clever player, flicks it through the legs of Tolu, but Tolu's too strong for him, shrugs him off the ball, and clips it down the line for Thomas to chase. And Thomas is up against the number 5 once again in a leg race. Who's going to get there first? Of course it's going to be Thomas. Number 5, great recovery tackle though, allowed to get back in front really, and he clears it down the line. This time though, in the air, Thomas wins the battle against the number 5. It's flicked on, but once again, as we've won the header this time, there's nothing or no one to pick up from it. They've just hit long up the pitch, and it's Corral up against the number 16. He wins the header, but he's got a little clash of heads with the number 16 there, so he's gone down injured. After a little bit, we decide with the head injury, it doesn't make sense for Corral to keep playing on right now, and we decide to change Corral and bring on Sam. Number 3 for Bayswater here, picks up in his head, and he's up against me there. I've been for the first tackle, gone in for the second, he's used his body to shield it well, and eventually I've given away the foul. They then go to take that free kick with the 23. It's cleared away at the first time asking by myself, but not too far to be honest. It's just straight back to the 23. And this time the number 16 is trying to drop a few steps there. I've given him a bit too much room and respect there, to be honest. He gets it into the box. Tolu's there to clear it though. Moments later, and as Bayswater are finally starting to get into the game, it's number 5 on the right hand side. Jamil puts in the tackle and it goes behind for a corner. Number 23 then to take this corner. He's clipped it, floated it into the box, and the 15 jumps up. I clear it away. It drops down. Temi's allowed the number 10 to get in front of him, and also allowed him to turn here as he gets his head back up. Left-footed pass into a decent area, a very good area actually. Goes to the 15 over Bradley's head, and 15 gets it towards the back post. It's gone over my head, and the back post arriving is the number 5. So Bayswater have taken the lead. Haven't really done too much in this game inside our half, but when you watch this back, there are a catalogue of errors. So I've cleared it there. It drops down. Temi's allowed the 10 to get in front. He's then able to turn as well, get his head up, and he's picked a pass. A very good pass actually when you look at it, into a dangerous area. We're not quick enough to react. It goes over to the heads of our 2 centre-backs, over my head, and at the back post Jed is also sleeping. So a catalogue of errors, like I said. It looks like a lot of us are at fault for that goal, and we are 1-0 down. Probably the worst time for the goal to come as well, just before half time as they swipe it away with their captain. Drops down to Jed, he gets it back into me. I then try and play it into Tolu through that gap. He's got caught between his feet, he's lost possession again, and Bayswater once more can deal with it. We're trying to see if we can get something before the end of the first half though, as Temi and Kane can't really work this out. We've lost it again, and we've given away another sloppy free kick. Their goalkeeper goes to take the goal kick. It goes over this time, the head of Jamil, and Reggie's there to connect with it, but the referee at the end decides to blow his whistle there. So yeah, not really the greatest first half, and it's almost about to end as Temi goes in there, Tolu's cleared it up the pitch, and the referee blows his whistle. So there it is, half time, and we just haven't been up to scratch. And we find ourselves 1-0 down, not the position we'd like to be in. Make sure you go and follow all the Under the Radar social pages to keep up with us. And also, as you're watching Sunday League right now, tweet me a picture of where you're watching it from, what you're watching it on, and use the hashtag UTRGang. Second half begins anyway. Bayswater kick off, and I'm not quite sure if he was actually trying to shoot, but it looks like it. Lewis is just able to pick that up eventually. We have plenty of time to try and get a goal back in this game. The ball comes to the 15. He goes there trying to dribble. It's very difficult to dribble on this pitch, and Tolu's committed a foul there. I think he did get the ball. It was maybe the connection there of him going between the 2 players, but the referee gave them the free kick anyway. They go to take the free kick with the 15. Then it's long and high into the box, and it's calm for Lewis to just catch, and he gets his head up instantly looking for Jed, but he doesn't quite get the connection he'd like on the kick as the number 2 gets his head to it. I come across here to try and sweep this up, go in there. Number 16's left a bit of a late challenge there. Doesn't really connect as much as I thought he did, but you know, we kept it fair, kept it moving. Referee saw nothing wrong with it. As I've mentioned, the bounce on this pitch is one of the hardest things to deal with, and Sam struggled with it there. Also had a high foot as the number 9 challenged him from behind, so we've given away another free kick. Number 23 for them steps up to take the free kick, goes for it, and it's gone way over. Speaking of over, and it's ball over the top for Toby to chase up against the 15, but clever defending as he just nods it back to his goalkeeper. Here, and they're coming back at us. Clever flick around the corner from the 23. Number 10 pokes it past Reggie, and Reggie makes a nice recovery tackle up against the number 2, and Jed's in there to help him as well, but it's gone behind for a corner. 23 to stand over this corner, and he goes to take it deep towards the back post. And here, what's happened is I've left it because their number 15 is called Temi, and I've heard someone go, Temi's! So I thought it was Temi on our side, and I've made the mistake and left it, but he's got a free header there, and it's lucky they went over the bar. Number 10 for Bayswater has it just inside our half. He clips it in towards the number 9, doesn't get the pass right. Correll's nodded it into me, and I've been clipped by the number 16. And do you know what? The reason why I've left that in there is because the referee said to me that I dived. How is that possible to dive from there? Like, I'm actually trying to think of it. Long throw's just been taken from Tolu. Number 8 wins the header there against Thomas. It comes out to 12. He wins the first header. I win the second, and I'm pretty sure that must have been a dive too. From that free kick, then I try and clip it towards the back post looking for Sam. Reggie's jumping up, and he's committed a foul on the number 8. At this point, Marv must have been looking, thinking, what are we going to do here? Like, things are clearly not going well, and you can see it in his face. Number 3 picks up the ball for Bayswater, and he plays it over the top of our defence. Lewis comes out rushing here, and he calms it down initially, does some kick-ups, gives it away. Number 10 picks up the ball. He goes for a shot from long range. hits off the number 9, and then Reggie's able to get there in front of him and try and challenge again with this number 2 here, who comes clashing in. But I don't know what we were doing there, creating our own mistakes once again, and it doesn't look good for us. Reggie's just taking a throw and it bounces in behind Thomas. Number 16 goes diving in there. Jed flicks it past him. Tolu to Thomas. Thomas plays it back on the edge of the box to me. Bobble's beating me, but I've got Bradley out wide. It goes out to Bradley. I'm coming back in support to try and help him. Bobbles again, play the ball up in the air, and I don't know, for some reason, we were playing these first time passes, myself included, and obviously that's not the thing to do on these pitches. I'm sorry to mention as well, I totally forgot that we brought on Toby up front. We've gone to a 4-4-2, so we've got Thomas and Toby up front in an aim to try and get the goals that we needed. So it did leave us overrunning the midfield at times, and in areas like that, we weren't getting our final passes right. Reggie's picked up a knock and decided to come off, so we've got Jamil coming back on at left back. A loose touch from the number 15 this time as Toby's able to capitalise on that, but the number 5 does well to help his teammate out as they were in deep danger there that time. And they've played it forward this time for the number 3 to chase up against Bradley. Bradley goes in, puts a challenge in on him. They're calling for a free kick, but the referee's not having any of it. Bradley then has it on the right. Just over 30 minutes we played. As Tammy plays it into myself, I pick it up with the left foot up against the number 16, spin away from him. And then we've got the ball with Tammy again on the right. He plays the ball to Toby, too far away from him though, and the 15's allowed to come in and make the challenge. Now we have it on the left with Jed. He delivers a ball into the box. It's a high one, and the keeper's just going to jump up and claim it. Now for Bayswater, and they play the ball through with the number 16. It's just straight past our defence. We're looking flat right there, and Lewis is in the end able to pounce on it. I've gone in here for a challenge on a loose ball. Number 16's clipped me there. Referee's giving us the advantage, and Tolu sprays the play with a nice outside the boot pass. Jed can't quite get under control. He's also slipped as well, but he's bursting back to try and get there in front. Good pace shown up against the number 2. Number 2 makes a scissors-like challenge, and he's giving away a free kick. Looking back at this, and it's just one of the scrappiest games that we've seen this season as number 9 loses out there. Number 16 goes flying in and he's committing a foul on Jed. We play it forward with Lewis and it goes over the head of Thomas, and once again we're not really involved in the challenges in and around their box. It seems to be one of the failures of ours as Jed goes pressing in on the number 8, their captain there. And I have to say, it's not just me like begging it to my brother or whatever, but Jed was throwing up before the second half started, so for him to still put in a shift, I really respect it. This time though, the pass from Jed is a bit loose and the number 5 gets in there. It falls out only as far as me. I get in front of the number 10. Tolu uses his body really well there, gets it back into me. I try and eventually get the back heel off to Tolu. He plays it through to Thomas, and once again it's gone under his foot. It's not really Thomas's greatest game. It's been a bit messy from him, and it's not really happening for him. To be honest, it's not really happening for us. We haven't played well. So that's why when I say you need to give us time to get our stuff right before we start thinking of challenging anyone else on YouTube or whatever, I mean it. We are not in a shape to play other YouTube teams. And that's not to say that I'm scared of playing any other YouTube teams, but I know that we have to get things right before we do that, because right now they're all levels ahead. They've knocked it up the pitch now. 23 tries to get under control. Tolu gets his body in front here. The number 23's pretty much climbed on him. Referee sees nothing wrong with that. 16 continues playing on, but it's a lazy pass forward. The ball's bouncing here. 15 gets his head to it first. It's a lazy header. Drops out only as far as Toby. It does well to shield the ball away from the number 3. It's played forward and Temmy's clipped. Is it inside or outside the box though? Temmy's clipped. He's gone to ground. Referee points outside the box. Bradley can't believe it. Toby can't believe it. And I think UTR can't believe it. But yeah, I'm not too sure. I honestly have no idea. I have no real opinion on this because I can't really see properly where the contact initially happens. But Temmy goes to ground inside the box in the end, and the referee has given them a free kick. So that's what we're going to have to deal with, and that's that. So yeah, we've got a free kick just on the edge of the box. Toby plays it in there. It's bounced right in front of Temmy. He can't get under control, and it's just going to go out for a goal kick. As I mentioned before, at times we make so many mistakes of our own, and there's lack of communication between our defenders. Number 23 has been played through. I go and make the challenge, but it doesn't matter because he's offside anyway. As you can tell, we're struggling to get back into the game. The chances that we've wasted in the first half at the moment are going against us as the back post header from Sam can't keep it in, and it's gone out for a goal kick. They've got a corner then with the number 23. He spoons it towards the back post, and Temmy's jumping there with the number 5. Tolu clears it away. It's up and high. Thomas is up against the number 10 this time. Number 10 wins the header there. It drops down only as far as the number 3. I'm up against the number 3. Get there. Looks like Jed's going to be able to break the ball. Takes it away from Jed though. Comes to the number 3, and they got a lot of those lucky bounces as we give away a free kick. Like, honestly, during the game, I don't know, they might be used to playing with the pitch or something, because a lot of those bounces seem to happen to go their way. It might have just have been their day. Anyway, 5 to take the free kick into the box, and Lewis comes across to claim it. Not really commanding enough there. Goes to the number 9, and he's deflected. Shot goes to Lewis just to grab there. A bit of a 50-50 here as Toby flicks it past the 16. It goes to me. I knock it out wide to Jed. He tries to get under control. Can't do it the first time of asking. Got Jamil back there. Jamil knocks it into me. I've got options to my right. I play it out wide for Bradley, who's then able to bring it forward, and then he's got Temi with him. What can Temi do this time? He picks up the ball, he goes for a cross into the box, it's cleared away by the number 8, comes out only as far as me, the bounce is beating me, I try and get under control, 16 comes flying in and wins possession, Tolu retrieves it for us, Jamil flicks it down the line, and now Toby's able to chase. What can he do? Number 2's trying to get back, and he tries to flick it through the legs of number 2 there, he comes across and he does his job very well. You would think at times after a few minutes in the game will turn less scrappy, but it's still as scrappy with 20 minutes to go as I flick it over the top, and it goes through towards Tolu, but he stepped on the boot of the number 5 and the referee's giving them a free kick. With just about 15 minutes to go, I'm able to pick up the ball from Jed's throw-in. I play it back to Jed. He's got time to take a touch and deliver the ball into the box. Again, it's a high one towards the back post. Nothing really to aim for though. We don't really have that presence in the box and we lack that at times. And I don't know, I think it's a waste when we cross it. Likewise with the throw-ins, I think we should start opting for shorter throw-ins. I think although they do cause confusion for the opposition, we never really seem to score from them. We're running out of time now as Tolu's now played it for Temi. There Temi's now pulled up and we have some space to drive into here. Temi's got a bit of time, bit of space. He tries to get one into the box, eventually gets there, but it's gone too far for anyone to really reach it. And there you can see Mar's face says it all. Clutching at straws at the moment, and we haven't really made any clear chances so far in the second half. Kind of like how you watch your football team on TV and they don't seem to start trying till it's late in the game. But what that is, I've realised, is the urgency that comes with realising that you're running out of time. And I never realised it until recently. Number 16 for Bayswater has it again. He's able to pick his pass. He plays it down the line. Number 9 gets there in front. He's clipped by Corell. No free kick, but he gets the shot off and it's over the bar. We're coming forward anyway, looking for that goal, that equaliser as Temi plays it into Bradley. Bradley flicks it round the corner. Thomas is first to the ball, up against the 15. Lose touch, but he recovers it. Back into Bradley, back into Thomas. Thomas looks up, he's got Tolu in space. Tolu tries to find some space for a shot here. He's clipped by the number 8 and we get a free kick on the edge of the box. Jed has a second goal, but once again it's a poor free kick, no good connection on it. Another moment where we're giving ourselves a lot to do there. Poor kick from Lewis, it comes back out, I've punched it into Toby. Toby's got a bit of space in front of him to exploit. He's up against the number 8 now. Number 2 comes in recovering. Toby plays it into Jed, nice little turn there. Jed knocks it into Thomas. Thomas takes a touch. Thomas pokes at it, but he can't get it past the goalkeeper. And there is our biggest opportunity of the match so far. A big opportunity to score, and we've missed it. We've wasted it once again, and we all couldn't believe it. Still keeping it going, and Bradley, who's had a very decent game in my opinion, taking on number 3. Once again, number 3 can't keep up with him. He's going towards the box. Toby's not really making much of a direct run. Number 8 clears it. Comes back out to Toby. His shot is hit at the hand of the number 16. And there Toby was claiming for a penalty. What do you guys think? There it's hit the hand. You can see the hand fly back. And the referee sees nothing wrong with it, so no penalty despite the appeals of the UTR players. But I'm not going to try and be that guy that's just complaining and going, oh, the refs cost us this game, or like we're losing right now because of the ref. Because in football you have to try and control what you can and not what you can't. That's the way it should be. And Marsh lost his head because Lewis has taken a rush kick there and he was fuming. Jed's chasing the ball against the goalkeeper, gets there, it's deflected out to the edge of the box towards Bradley. Jed gets an elbow in the head in the penalty box, but the referee sees nothing wrong with it again. Bradley's still challenging, it's all a bit scrappy once again. Loads of bodies there. Thomas tries to turn and get a shot off. He's stopped and fouled really by the number 3. Play continues though. Jed tries to get across into the box, and the 15 smacks it clear, but we're going to take another look at this. Is this a penalty? A blatant shove in the back of the head towards Jed, and the referee doesn't see anything wrong with it, or did he see it at all? No one knows. I don't know why I went bare posh there. It's very, very, very late now as they clear it, but only as far as Temi sorts his feet out and eventually gets across into the box. It goes in there, it's flicked up by the number 8. It comes to Jamil's head, no connection on it. Comes to Jed and he's flicked it over the bar, too much height on it. And there it is, probably our best chance of getting back in this game. As this time Toby's trying to pick up the ball up against 3 Bayswater players. He spins, still keeps it, 15's pulling him back, and I've gone absolutely mental at the ref here. I was fuming because I was thinking, why haven't you pulled that up earlier to get a chance to get this ball in the box? Which is exactly what we did in the end. Goes towards the box, bounces out, and the referee decides to blow his whistle. So there it is, we've lost another game, 1-0, a poor result for us. And we should be doing a lot better, but we had opportunities to get back in the game, we didn't take them, and there is the result of when you can't take your chances, you lose games. But yeah guys, that is it for this week's Sunday League. That is the 3rd loss of the season, and it doesn't look good. This year our aim is to try and get some training going, because now it's actually starting to show that we don't train together. Before we could get away with it, when we play against a team that brings a bit of intensity and work rate, you can see that people are getting found out. So it's not great. We've made some decisions that we may have gotten wrong, and we need to try and rectify that. But Now, first on my agenda is trying to get training going. For those of you asking for the league table at the end of every video, we haven't played a league game for like 5 or maybe 4 episodes, I don't know. Obviously the one that was a friendly was supposed to be a league game, but at the end of every league game, I'll try and show the league table and all the stats that you like to see. But for now, we've just been hit with cup games, and now we got knocked out of another cup game. Anyway, guys, that is the end of the video. Hopefully you have enjoyed it. Regardless of the fact that we lost, I apologize that we couldn't bring you the W this time. But we're going to try and come back stronger. Hopefully you don't kill us too much in the comments as well. Leave a like on the video if you have enjoyed it. Subscribe if you're new, and I will talk to you guys in a bit. Peace.
Baby, it's different when I'm zoning. Can we just put your phone on silent? I'm about to give you my best, you know that you're a diamond. Yo, I love the way your skin shines. You don't even use no baseline. Baby, it's all you.